Hey everybody, Indiana Magnum again. So what am I doing tonight? Well, tonight I'm installing a new rear sight on my Glock. This is an older Gen 2 that I've had for like 20 some odd years. It's been a good gun. But back a few months ago, the rear sight finally gave up the ghost. I was told when I bought it 20 some odd years ago that the rear sights, adjustable rear sights on these guns weren't so great, and that it probably wouldn't last very long. Well, it lasted over 20 years, but I was doing some tactical training and was being pretty hard on the gun what I was doing. We were actually one of the things we were doing was practicing drills for racking the slide by hooking the rear sight on your belt buckle. It's an exercise where if you're injured and you're down to one hand and you got to work your firearm, you got to figure out another way to do it, and one way to do it is to hook the rear sight on your belt buckle and do that. Well, with a plastic adjustable rear sight, after a while it just wouldn't take that. So anyway, eventually I took one final shot, and I'd weakened it and took one final shot, and the sight flew off. I never did find all the little bits. Pretty much disintegrated, I guess. So I didn't do anything with it. I had it for this was months ago, and it's just been sitting around. And one of the guys at the training course that day who knew I broke it, he was in a store and he picked this up for me. This is the Viz Shooting System. I have no idea whether this is a good product or not. Knowing my friend, I'm sure he didn't pay much for it. Probably found it in a bargain bin. He likes to root through bargain bins and stuff. But it was nice of him to do that. And so I'm going to give it a try. At least I'm going to stick the rear sight on. I don't think the front sight would even fit. Like I said, this is, I don't know. This is an older one, and looking at the design of the front sight, I don't think it'll work. But the front sight's okay on this gun, so I don't think I'll even do it. I'll just replace the rear sight. I don't know who makes this. It says it's made in the USA. It's got some different color inserts for because if you want to change it up depending on what you like, what the lighting conditions are. Who knows? Anyway, it's going to be good just to get a new rear sight on there. So now, the sight, like I said, disintegrated, but it did leave one little piece behind. I don't know how good you can see it, but I don't even know what you call that piece. I just call it a clip, or a sort of a retention device. Well, I'll call it a clip. I got to take that out. That should just slide out. Now, some people, mess around and use a vise. I should have a vise here. I should be doing this in a vise, but can't be bothered to go out to the shed and get my vise, so I'm just gonna tap that out if it'll tap out. If not, this whole exercise is for naught. Well, it doesn't want to tap out with that. What else I got? I'm not too worried about scratching or messing up this old gun. Like I say, this gun's been through hell, so it's not exactly a collector's item. There we go. It's moving now. There we go. You'll see these on my workbench. I use these silly things quite a bit. They're rubber-coated weights for doing your exercises or whatever. But I find I don't lift weights, but I find them kind of handy for jobs on the workbench here to to rest stuff on, because they're heavy. but they're rubber coated, so they don't hurt anything. So no exercise, but they come in handy. So that drifted out real easy. Don't know where it went. Probably will never need this again, but I'm one of those guys, I save all my gun parts. I got drawers full of miscellaneous little bits. So I'll save that. You never know, I might need it for the zombie apocalypse or something. So this new rear sight should just slide right on. Hopefully. Feels a little tight. It's a little tight, but I'll try a little bit of a tap. We'll see. This isn't even a proper hammer. This is actually my Frankfurt Arsenal bullet puller, but it makes a good little hammer. Yeah, that doesn't want to. So you never know how hard to tap on these kind of little things. You don't want to tap too hard. Because you could be trying to force something in there that doesn't want to fit. Like this is a 20-some-odd-year-old Glock, and who knows when this thing was made. Like I said, it probably came out of a bargain bin. So there could be different tolerances now. So I'm not going to force it. I'm going to, go slow at it and approach it from a different angle and different side. Again, I'm not worried about breaking the gun or anything, but probably, you won't be able to see on there, it's probably just a matter of giving it a good whack, but like I say, I do want to be careful. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Just putting the sights on this way is a test. See how well they'll last. Probably break them before I even get them on. But yeah, that's going on. And again, normally you wouldn't hammer metal on metal. I'm not worried about damaging this gun. Like I say, it's been through hell and back. What did I do with it? I'd try that. Like I said before, you're supposed to do this in a vise. Vise would make life a lot easier. I do everything down here the hard way. It's moving. There we go. And that's about it. I think it needs another tap. That's pretty darn close. Now there is a there's a little Allen key. Once you've got it where you think you want it, you can tighten it up with the Allen key. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I should give it one more little tap. It's pretty darn close to being centered. Yeah, I'm going to say that's centered. Now, I'm going to tighten up the Allen key. Do it up here where you guys can at least see something. There's already a little bit of Loctite stuff on there. That the manufacturer put on. There we go. Done. New sight on it. Next step, put the gun back together, take it to the range, and see if it works. So yeah, I'm just going to leave the original white dot on the front. So I've got 2 green at the rear now, white at the front. Because I don't even think this front sight that came in this package is even going to fit. It might fit, but who needs it? At least not right now, until the front sight flies off, and then I'll worry about it. Of course, this would be a good opportunity to clean the gun, but it's a Glock. You don't have to clean it. Ever heard of cleaning a Glock? There we go. Back together. That's it. Next step, out to the range. So I guess that's where I'm heading. We'll see y'all later, folks. Oh, supposed to tell you who I am. I'm Indiana Magnum. Thanks for watching. Check out my videos on YouTube. I got shooting videos up on YouTube. Prepping videos. Just check out Indiana Magnum. You can search for that. I've also got a blog, indianamagnum.blogspot.com. And there's prepping stuff and shooting stuff and farming stuff. So talk at you later, folks.